Sanbanani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the Shabine Queens, you guys. Episode 2. So episode 2, guys, remember episode 1, Lisa was actually having a birthday party, arranging a birthday party. So in episode 2, that's what happens, you guys. Very cute type of vibe. She invites some of her families and people that I guess mean something to her. So they're having a birthday party, no Mr. Party YKG, guys. So Koliso has a man, which I discussed last week, he's basically unabafaza by three guys. The first one, is legally married to her. Always two, he married her, Ngowelobona, but apparently they broke up, but she's not sure about that. And then there's her, and Bamkipela Malobola, guys. And one thing I must say off the bat about Koliso, she looks like Iaz Felangalukai, guys. She loves this guy. Like, one, she looks like she loves him, she respects him. And yeah, like it's a sad thing because I'm just like with the guy, it's just like I don't feel like this man respects him. So basically, anyway, guys, she decides to call Ukai aside. And when she calls the guy aside, she tells him, listen, I have plans. Yobuti, I want to put a tombstone for Abazali Bami and all of that. She's telling her man, obviously, this is her husband. She has to, even if she had the money, she had to include him she had to include him in her plans. Yeah, Uputiza. I shut it down there and there. I'm ukuthi lalela mina ngibelieve kulezo zinto. I don't believe in those things. Like asingayi kude, like asiyekele lana, because I'm not gonna help you with any money, and don't even tell me anything concerning this. And I'm just like, sir, you don't even, like, it's one thing for you not to believe in something, guys, but it's another thing for you to totally shut down something and make it feel like it's stupid, because that's what he was doing. He made Kolisa feel like it's stupid, Lendo, or your plans. And she's just standing there, guys, and she's looking so disappointed. And I'm just like, I don't know why she's looking disappointed, because to me, it seems like umuntu wakhe is umuntu osona, guys. So, and guys, this man seems to be a horrible man. I don't want to lie. So anyway, he says ukuthi he's never did i-tombstone for abazali bakhe, so bazothina abazali bakhe maseqala, like doing it for other people's families, basically. And I'm like, so just because you did not feel the urgency to do something for your own parents, now you're going to come against Okolisa doing something nice and good for her parents. That is just crazy for me, guys. I just feel like Upoliswa gives this man too much power, guys. He takes it too much into his head, because I'm just like, and then Oliswa abuze ngendaba ye-divorce ukuthi when is he officially divorcing his wife? Yeah, now when is she officially gonna be called by his surname? Like impendulo yakhona, guys, the way it was so vague. I'm like, he can't even give her a decent answer of when he's planning. I don't even think this person's planning on getting a divorce, guys. I don't think so. I don't know what he said. What did he promise? What did he promise? Olisa, but it doesn't seem like this guy is serious to get a divorce. And then there was a scene, guys, where Koliswa, she invited her daughter to come, to take out her hair. And she's basically telling her daughter that, listen, Pela Lomuntu, he doesn't like kids. He doesn't like children. Even when she tells Ukai Wuti her one child did not have shoes for school, he basically said, "Ay boy, lezinganzi no babwazo," basically like cutting himself out of anything like that. And I'm like, how do you date a person who has kids and not want to be involved in some way in the children's lives? I'm not saying he must be a stepfather, because that's up to him, but I'm just saying you can't, like, this man uzoxabanisa uxoliswa nengane zakhe and his family, guys, nizoshukuthi angishongo. Anyway, that's that. And then Big Mama, guys, her scene opens up Esempeteni. She's laying in bed with her man's Usiyabonga. Siyabonga obviously looks way younger than her, but he says they've been dating for like 14 years. I'm like, if it's 14 years, ayibo Big Mama ujone nale ngane inangakhi. And Big Mama says, hey, there was no girl beyimfuna uSiyabonga. No girl wanted him because of his situation. Basically saying that his situation was so bad that no girl would actually want to groma him. So yena wazibonela potential wathi yabona ngibona potential ngazilungisela le ndoda ibe right ibe tep. So vele wazilungisela indoda and vele guys mombheka nje. Yeah, like he's lookable. So Big Mama fixed the guy for herself. Now baxoxa indaba yokuthi they are planning to get married. They actually want to get married. I don't understand even the thing of, I don't know, guys. Maybe if you're listening to this, explain it to me. I don't understand the thing of older people dating at older ages and wanting to get married. Why would you want to get married at an older age? For me, it's like nyachola, kubega nukchola. Like, why solidify it? When you are probably gonna kick the bucket first before the sky. Well, this is life, so that's not guaranteed. But I truly don't get it. Like, why not Jola? Because you, as the one who's older, you stand more to lose because you're the one who has kids, you have a house and all of that. So I really don't get it. Anyway, she says she wants to get married, and if her children don't want her to get married or banenkinga, naloko she doesn't care because at the end of the day she's gonna get married. Then, guys, we see a very sad scene where Abueng is sitting with her sister Uhabi. So not sitting there, driving to go and get a quotation to fix the roof by Big Mama Shepin. They talk about the Ngishuya Abueng. So it seems like Abueng, guys, she grew up being a very troublesome child. Ejola Namadota and all of that, very forward. And they never ever understood why was she very forward. But it seems like that situation of growing up at a tavern actually affected Abueng. Apparently, Abueng fell pregnant when she was 14 years old, guys. She fell pregnant when she was 14 years old. She had the baby. The baby died. The baby died because there was someone at the Shebeen who was Etagiwe was drunk and they ran over the child basically. So Abueng is talking to her sister, opening up with she has not even healed. It's a struggle for her to even go to the tombstones. Like she feels like her mother never supported her in all of this. So happy. So as the bigger sister, she feels like she needs to go to Big Mama. Ambuze ngalokho. I mega fixal Big Mama uzdagebe laphayana. She's swearing, fighting with the people who are even fixing the roof, telling them which bus no, they making her miss out on business. Habiso tells her mother about this conversation and listen, Big Mama basically says, Uti, is she the one who said Abueng must go and sleep with boys, would go and sleep with men when she was a child herself? She basically is taking no accountability. Habis was trying to say, Pela, coming to think about it, if there was no Shebeen here, that child still would have been alive because the cause of the death of that child was because of someone who was drinking here, drunk, and they hit the child with the car. Your Big Mama, guys, like she refuses to take any type of accountability. Uhabiso ge akhuluma indaba yokuthi umanje Abueng she's struggling to conceive now, and what if that child who passed away was her only child that she could get and whatnot. Big Mama's like, ayibo uzozithola kanjani ingane elala namantombazana ngithi yena lesbian, how is she gonna get children? So Habis was trying to say she wants children but she's afraid. She's been afraid of having a child because she's afraid she still has the trauma of going through the process of having a child and losing a child. Big Mama does not want to sympathize with anything. Big Mama's like, listen, if she was dating men, by now a man would have married her, she would have had kids. Your Big Mama, guys, angazi ukuthi umuntu onjani lo, like maybe mekayi-one when she's unknown, maybe ezinye izinto ziyabuya, mara when other people, when her children are engaging her, she never takes accountability for anything. And that's what uHabiso was saying, when you start telling Big Mama amaqiniso indaba zakhe, she just becomes defensive. So yeah, guys, Then we see Umama Alina, guys, speaking with her younger daughter, basically saying ukuthi yena ufuna inhlawulo because her younger daughter got pregnant and it looks like baby daddy has not keep her inhlawulo kumanje. She's basically asking her younger daughter ukuthi ayibo le relationship yenu iyangakuphi niyajola for ukujola or you guys are dating with a purpose to get married. I know Alina comes, she's coming from a good place. So I don't know. I want to believe she's coming from a good place. But her daughter, it looks like she's tired of having this conversation. I feel like maybe Alina needs to give these kids the benefit of the doubt. The fact that they have, because the girl was saying Wutilim Kulume has been going on for 10 years, which means the child is 10 years old. So I'm trying to think to myself, kanti ukeru mite enangaiki. I feel like the fact that they're still together, she needs to sit down with these children and ask them, the both of them, itini iplan. Because now it's just seeming like she just cares about money and it looks like she just cares with the abantu batin. Bathina abantu when like indodala ziyakho like is dating a guy, he has not taken out anything like 18 in the bayabo. Sometimes it does not matter of what people are thinking, but your plans as a couple, guys. And the daughter answered it so well by saying that now that we have a child, our priorities change. And that's true, guys. Sometimes when it's just the two of you as a couple, you guys have plans to do certain things. When a child comes, priorities change. When a child comes, guys, like things like wedding and whatnot, it's the last thing on your list, especially not for everyone, but I wanna believe, especially if like Omunye, the one partner, is not that stable in terms of getting the job, which in terms of getting a job, which is Alina's daughter. You know, so sometimes parents need to ask your child what's the plan and try and support them in that plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think no mama that enjoys having a kid ingane yakhona zange ikhitshele inhlawulo. Like there's no woman who respects isiko, respects their parents, who be comfortable with that. But anyway, guys, let's park it there. That is the summary of episode 2. Tell me what you think about it. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys in the next one.